This is important community-driven legislation. It will protect Eaton fire survivors and allow them the time they need to rebuild their community without the overpowering influence of predatory developers looking to take advantage of the devastation and suffering caused by the Eaton fire. Land speculators are buying properties from distressed fire survivors at low ball prices and trying to exploit the intent of California's existing housing density laws. These survivors are asking for time to rebuild our community. SB 1090 would implement a moratorium on current laws like SB 9 and SB 1123 in Altadena. These bills were passed to increase housing supply in California and provide infill density. These were well-intentioned bills. But I want to be crystal clear. These laws were not intended to rebuild a community that has been devastated by a fire or a natural disaster, where block after block have been wiped out. If we were to allow lot splits and end up to 10 homes to be rebuilt on a single family lot, that would quite honestly overwhelm the existing community infrastructure and completely destabilize this community as it works to recover. But I think one of the most important pieces of us introducing this legislation is that this is about equity. The Palisades community and the Malibu community received an executive order last year from the governor, allowing them to be exempted from both SB 9 and SB 1123. We have repeatedly tried to work through the governor's office to attain an executive order for the community of Altadena, and instead have been encouraged to go the route of presenting a policy bill. So I want to emphasize these exemptions already exist for the Palisades community and for the Malibu community, but they do not exist for the community of Altadena. This is unfair, especially as residents have continued to make the demand that they want these same exemptions to be applied to their area.
It's not lost on me that as we try to navigate the rebuild effort, we have to navigate laws that are impeding really the future of Altadena. Today we are here because of a simple belief. After surviving one of California's deadliest wildfires, families deserve a fair chance to come home. The Eaton fire changed Altadena forever. 19 lives were lost, nearly 6,000 homes were destroyed. In a matter of hours, generations of memories, hard work, and dreams were reduced to ash.
What I'd like to echo is the senator and Catherine have certainly been advocates for this community. I could talk about a lot of legislation, but I'm just going to talk from my heart today. This bill is crucial. People like me came to Altadena to put down roots. And without this bill, we will not be able to come back. And that is why SB 1090 is important. It's not the perfect fix, nothing really is. But I know people like me and older people are getting calls for them to sell their homes to developers coming in and not being honest with them. That has to stop.
I mean, and obviously this is like a traumatized community, right? But I just don't know if this is going to be the solution, right? But at the same time, again, I want to defer to our senator who represents this area and you all who represent these communities. I don't represent them, you know better than I do, but I just worry this isn't going to solve that problem, you know, but I hear you on the breathing room.
Because this is your community, I just believe that we maybe look into the future so that way we don't have to come back every single time, temporarily pause things that provide options to some of the local residents, that we simply, in a recovery plan, grant the authority back to the local board of supervisors and planning department, back to the local city, allow the residents to say, well, this is the only options that actually work for us. And so I think that's something that we can have as a future conversation, figure that out, and I look forward to supporting today and trusting the author to take care of your own residents.